Hi, I'm Jeanne, one of the Business Development Directors at Impero. I'm excited to welcome you to the partner portal here at impero.com. Partnerships are a two-way street at Impero, and we're always improving our features and benefits so that your team and your clients can achieve your compliance goals. We call it Compliance Simplified, but for you and your clients, it's a better way to identify risks and implement controls while boosting trust and transparency in their business. Come with me as I show a snippet of what Impero can do for you. Impero is a cloud-based platform. This means that you can use Impero anytime and from anywhere as long as you have access to the internet. Logging into Impero, you'll need a username and a password, and you can also add on either two-factor authentication or single sign-on. The Impero platform consists of three main modules: the risk management module, the control management module, and the reporting module. All three modules are underpinned by robust user management. We also have the Impero Share and the Help Center. The risk management module allows you to identify and evaluate risks across your organization to ensure a complete and fully documented risk landscape. The flexibility within the module allows for a tailor-made solution matching your exact needs. The risk management module is divided into two phases. The first phase being the risk directory, where you identify your risk, and the second phase being the risk map, where you evaluate your risk. The risk directory allows you to structure your risk at a process level, an organizational level, or even a third dimension depending on your framework. Each risk is identified and tagged with information relevant for your company. As basic mandatory fields, we will need a risk name and a risk description, and we also work with scoping. Then we have the flexibility of adding on additional risk attribute information such as financial statement assertions, objectives, or something else. As previously mentioned, these information can be tailored to match exactly your needs. Working across a multitude of entities within your organization, you can allocate a risk to each of the relevant entities simply by tagging the entity to the risk. Once all relevant risks have been identified, you can now evaluate the impact and likelihood for each risk. This is done by going to the risk map. Select the risk you want to assess and begin your evaluation. The assessment method is completely flexible and can also be tailor-made to match your need. You begin by setting your inherent risk exposure. You choose how you want to respond to your risk, and you can now add mitigating actions. Once you have added your mitigating actions, making sure that the risk is being appropriately addressed, you now set your residual risk. The evaluation can be assigned to each entity responsible and therefore be performed by the colleague who knows the entity the best. Upon completing the evaluation of each risk, you now have the full overview of your risks, where you can evaluate whether these have been appropriately managed by toggling between inherent and residual risk exposure. You also have the ability to look at historical data, both at a risk landscape level and at an individual risk level. Using the automated workflow, each control responsible now receives an email with a link to perform the control. You simply click on the link and it takes you to Impero to perform the control, upload documentation and verify submission. And now the control has been performed. The reporting module allows you to easily monitor control performance and follow up on any anomalies. With a simple report overview, you can review your control performance. You have the possibility of tailor-making your overview using the tags as previously mentioned in the control module. For easy follow-up and daily housekeeping, you can simply drill down into data and you can click on each of the interactive numbers. Each number takes you to the activity list where you can either send reminders for controls that haven't been performed, or you can reassign roles and responsibilities to new colleagues. Within the report module, you can also create push reports within the organization. This push report allows stakeholders to get an easy and quick overview through a simple link in their mailbox. Impero enables you to easily manage risks and controls through automation, storing all documentation in one place and gaining a full overview in order to ensure efficient compliance. We call it Compliance Simplified.